Hello. I am going to go over the directions for today as I will be holding individual meetings either by um, me requesting that from you, or if I don't get around to sending you a request, you can always request a meeting from me. Okay, so let me share my screen and get started. It's not showing me it's sharing, so I'm going to start over for just a second here. I need, yep, okay. So we are in Unit 2, second 9 weeks. Um, just to make sure you know this, if you haven't read your emails or paid much attention, tomorrow is a different bell schedule. It basically means for e-learning students that you have no third period class that you're responsible for attending as far as posting attendance or a meeting, but you're still responsible for that work. So I would encourage you to use that time to do your work. Fifth period class, it's going to affect you because you start later. And seventh period class, you start a little later. These are the things from the other day, the discussion rubric, your discussion, and your text structure, video, and question. The rest of the week, we'll be looking at Patrick Henry's speech. These are the assignments for Wednesday through Sunday. Everything you need is included. So first, this is what I would recommend. Not all of this is required that you watch or listen to the audio and video of the speech. You read through the background information file. That the second thing that you do this week is complete the reading on Actively Learn, answer those guiding questions, that you go to my YouTube channel, which I included a link for, and watch some of the videos if you have a little bit of difficulty understanding some of those rhetorical appeals, the ethos, pathos, logos. And that lastly is what's considered your test, which is due Sunday by midnight. So when we open this, we're going to see first the introduction. This is required, and it is a basically a PowerPoint type of show that gives you the background on what was the Virginia Convention, who was Patrick Henry, why was it important, what is he going to talk about. So once you can just click on view if you don't want to download the PDF. I suggest that you take notes and have some of this information handy for later, or that you save this file or take screenshots so that you always know where it is for later on, when you have not only your tests, but at the end of the 9 weeks when we have our essay over speeches, because this 9 weeks will be all informational text speeches, and it will ask you to recall some of this information. So keeping track of it now will make it much easier for you at the end of the 9 weeks. All right, so I'll go back to the main folder, show you, this is not required, but it is a full audio recording of the text if you would rather just listen to that first. And then the second video is a portion of the text that um, sets the scene, gives you the tone. It's an actor's portrayal of it from a movie. And so it may help to set the scene for you in the background. And I'm sorry if you hear my dogs barking. I have no idea what's going on back there. This is, again, not required here. This is the link to my YouTube channel that has the playlist for the rhetorical devices and appeals that may come up during the speech. And I skipped over this, I'm sorry. You'll only see one link, but this is the link to Actively Learn the speech there, where you'll read along, and it will ask you questions as you read just to make sure that you're understanding what you're reading before you move to the next part. Okay. Lastly, due Sunday is what is considered the test. Of course, there is vocabulary. You can look at as well if you need that. And it's actually a Google Doc, so you'll have to make sure that you have Google Docs open. And on one side of this file, you'll save it, my document up top, but you won't see that on mine. You will see the speech broken up into pieces. And if you remember watching the text structures, one of them was problem and solution. So this is a problem and solution informational speech. And it just asks you to paraphrase what was the problem that Patrick Henry presented the audience with here. What's the solution? And then what's at least one rhetorical device or appeal you can find. You'll need to find one more than I found because I gave you an example here, and that will be what is considered your test or your quiz. And this is broken down. That's why it kind of seems so long. It's really not a long speech. It's taking up a little bitty part of the screen here. So it's stretching it out. When you get to that, if you have questions, please reach out to me and we'll hopefully be able to go over everything a little bit more on Friday after the um, before you're actually required to turn in the test for some of you anyway. Going back to the folder, let's see, here we go, Patrick Henry's speech. I'm just going to sum up, okay? So you're clicking in Unit 2, 9 weeks. Here's the schedule for tomorrow. These are the things we did last class, so make sure those were turned in. It was just an easy discussion and then a text structures assignment, watching a very short video and answering one question. These are the things for the rest of the week. And I showed you the required ones. Required one is that you read through the background information, that you read on Actively Learn, and that you complete the test based on that. Okay, so the questions on Actively Learn are not necessarily meant for a grade. They're meant to guide you as you go to make sure you're understanding what you're reading. Your main grade is going to come from this text assignment here and then the things we did um, last class, okay? But there is a lot of information in here that is not required, but it is there for you if you need it because I know I'm not always available. So I've tried to make sure that something is available there for you in case I'm not. Again, required, this introduction, not required. Required, this is the link to Actively Learn. It should take you directly to the speech. Not required, this is a YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, Rhetorical Device Playlist. If you're confused about it, you want to watch a couple of short videos, there's nothing there over 4 minutes or so. And then your last assignment, if you should do these in order. So this should be the last thing that you do. And this is just extra vocabulary. You're not required to do anything with it. It's just there for you. Okay. So hopefully these help you while I'm trying to have some individual meetings. Of course, always reach out to me if you need to. And I hope you have an excellent day.